Yo, what's up guys, it is Sports Fan 1 here, coming back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to start also doing, what I did earlier in the football season is doing my NFL power rankings. And maybe not doing my predicting of each game, but my power rankings going into each week. And also Detroit Sports Talk. I'm thinking about starting a podcast. I don't know if you guys want me to do that. I might just, do these little videos and just, talk about things. But in this video, we're going to talk about, is it time to let the man you see on your screen go? Is it time to let Aaron Glenn go? I think it is. And I know there's a lot of Lions fans that probably will agree with me. And there probably is also some that probably won't agree with me. But my opinion is this is the third year under Aaron Glenn. And we really have not seen an improvement from the time he was hired to now. Now, yes, the defense, especially this year, has shown flashes of being a really good defense. But that's just it. It's been flashes. There's been really no sustainable good defensive play. And for the most part, the games this year that we've played good defensively were against not top-tier quarterbacks. Prime example, rookie quarterback Bryce Young, Desmond Ridder, Jordan Love. Those are the quarterbacks that we played very well against, but we were supposed to. Those three quarterbacks are not top-tier quarterbacks. Now, I still personally believe that Bryce Young can be a really good quarterback in this league. I'm not ready to throw in the towel because he's having a really bad rookie season. I look at this is not a Carolina Panthers video, but I'm just going to say this real quick. I just think he's not in a good situation in at the Panthers. They don't have a running game. They don't have really any good weapons for him to throw to. His main target is a 33-year-old Adam Thielen. I'm not saying Adam Thielen is a bad receiver. It's just he's not a number one anymore. He's not. They drafted that rookie, what's his name? Why is it not coming to mind? They drafted Mingo. Yeah, Mingo from I believe Ole Miss, but he hasn't really panned out. He doesn't have a true number one. He doesn't have a good running game, and that offensive line is not good. So I'm not really I think he's doing the best he can under what he has. So if you can get him a couple of weapons and a good offensive line and a decent running game, I think he will continue to show out that he is worth that number one overall pick, even though C.J. Stroud is just fire on all cylinders, proving that he should have been the number one overall pick, and rightfully so. He's playing a fantastic, if he continues to play like he has been, C.J. Stroud might win not only Rookie of the Year, but the MVP. But this video isn't about those guys. This video is about should we let go Aaron Glenn. But what I'm trying to say is, the quarterbacks we played well against were quarterbacks we were supposed to play well against. But then when you face more elite quarterbacks, like a Lamar Jackson, and Geno Smith, I'm not calling the elite quarterback, but Geno is better than the other three quarterbacks I listed. We let both of them have their way with us. We did okay against Patrick Mahomes in week 1, but he was without his main target, Travis Kelce, and we also got a little lucky with some drops from Kadarius Toney and some other guys like that if they were completions, I feel like that game would have been a little different. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Lions and Arrowhead, because I'm a Lions fan, and we beat the Chiefs. We went in Arrowhead and we beat the Chiefs. That was a really good accomplishment. But what I'm trying to say is that I think Patrick Mahomes played better than what the stats show in that game. And then, we play against Justin Herbert, one of the more elite quarterbacks. He had his way with our defense. Shoot, even Justin Fields in our last game yesterday had his way with our defense, whether it was with his legs or through the air. Now, also to be fair, the defense did come up with some major stops at the end to help us come back to win that Bears game. But in all, I didn't like how the Bears were marching up and down the field for most of that game. I really didn't like to see that. And just watching this defense, that's basically how it is. I mean, our pass rush isn't good. And we really don't have any help for Aiden Hutchinson. Also, I just think the scheme, the scheme that Aaron Glenn has is just too complex. I understand this is the professional league. I understand this is at the professional level. But we also have an extremely young defense. And I just think it's just too complex for these young guys. And I don't think Aaron Glenn really wants to make adjustments that are needed. And also, he's also allergic to blitzing. He never blitzes. I feel like if he blitzes more, it would open the door for Aiden. It would open the door for sacks and more stops. Now, yes, you are going to get beat on occasion on blitzing. But you look at all the good defenses out there, like Dallas, like Denver. Even Minnesota's having a good defensive year this year. San Francisco, the Browns, all the good defenses out there, they blitz anywhere from 35 to 50% of the time. We blitz I think it's 7% of the time? If that? I think we got to mix in, some blitzes, man. At least 20% of the time. I think that's going to change a whole lot. But to be honest, I think it's time to let him go. I think we need a new mind in there. And I understand Dan Campbell loves him. He does. He said that multiple times. He loves Aaron Glenn. And I do believe Aaron Glenn is a good coach. I just think his scheme just doesn't fit here in Detroit with the guys and personnel that we have. Just plain and simple. So yes, I do believe it's time to let him go. Maybe not right now, because I don't think it's worth it right now. I think, we just got to hope and pray he can figure it out come playoffs. But I think after the season, it's time to let him go, because that is the weak point of our team. And that's also what I'm afraid of as a Lions fan. When we do come to the playoffs, if we struggled against the Bears offense, the teams we are going to be playing in the playoffs are going to have better offenses than the Bears. And I feel like that's going to be our downfall in the playoffs. If we don't make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of our defense. We have a Super Bowl caliber offense. I mean, you saw it yesterday. Prime example. Jared Goff had his worst game of the year. 3 interceptions. We had 4 turnovers. And we still put up 30 points. Now, granted, 2 of them came on the defensive side, but still, we put up 29 points on the offensive side, and we still won. So we do have a Super Bowl caliber offense, in my opinion, but it's that defense that I just feel like it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us. I think we will win one playoff game at the very least. But when we play against the San Francisco 49ers or the Eagles, even the Cowboys, I think, are going to... I'm interested to see how we play against the Cowboys in Week 17, because not only do they have a good defense, but they also do have a good offense at times. So I hope that Aaron Glenn and them can figure it out on the defensive side. But I don't know, man. I think it's time to let him go, because 3 straight years and there really hasn't been sustainable improvement. Like I said, there's been flashes this year. but it's been against quarterbacks that we really were supposed to play well against. Again, like a Bryce Young, like a Desmond Ridder, like a Jordan Love, like a Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I don't know what else there is to say other than, yeah, it's, and Baker Mayfield, for example, as well. He isn't really, he's been playing well this year. Don't get me wrong. He has been playing well this year. But he's not an elite quarterback. And, again, we were supposed to play well against him, and we did. For the most part. But there even was times in that game where if Baker Mayfield threw just a tad bit better ball, we're having a different ball game. Because there was 2 deep balls that our coverage, it got busted. It was a breakdown in coverage. And the receiver was all alone down the field. It's just Baker overthrew him both times. If he hits on at least one of them, we're having a different ball game. So, yeah, we need a better defensive coordinator. One that has a more simplified scheme and one that knows when to send the blitz. Because apparently Aaron Glenn doesn't like to send a blitz. Again, I know that teams who blitz, sometimes they get beat. It happens. But I would like us to send more than 4 90% of the time. I would love to send 5, 6, maybe even 7. Especially in downs when it's like 2nd and 14 or 3rd and 14. Those are the downs you got to do it. Because especially on a 3rd and 14, because if they want to try to get the first down, they have to let the routes develop a little bit longer than if it was like 2nd and 5. That is the time you rush the quarterback with more defenders than there are offensive linemen. And Aaron Glenn still refuses to do that. And I feel like that's why we allow so many of those 3rd and longs, or 2nd and longs, or even 4th and longs. Because again, you watch the tape. You watch the tape with the better defenses out there, like the Browns, like the 49ers, like the Cowboys. You can, like I say, you can even say the Broncos right now, and even the Vikings. Those defenses, they blitz a lot, especially on the 3rd and 4th and longs, even on 2nd and longs, and they have success. That's why they have one of the better rated defenses. Watch the tape. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Should we let go Aaron Glenn, or do we give him one more year after having an offseason where we sign a superstar player? Because I feel like that's something we also need. We need a superstar on the field on the defense. Preferably on the defensive line. We need somebody to coincide with Aiden Hutchinson. We need that 1-2 punch. I know we have guys like, James Houston and, those guys as well. But, I feel like we need a Danielle Hunter type or a Chase Young type of guy to go alongside with Aiden Hutchinson. I just feel like that's going to open the door more for Aiden and even the guy we sign. I also think we need some secondary depth as well, because secondary has been thin again this year and has been getting torched. But I think that's something we need to address in the offseason, and maybe even offensive line depth. But yeah, do you guys think Aaron Glenn deserves one more season to prove himself, or do you think it's been enough? Do you think 3 years has been enough? Me personally, I think 3 years has been enough. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my 2 franchise series on MLB The Show and Madden. I created a playlist for them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Peace out.